president declaring martial law in a late-night TV address. CNN's Mike Valerio joining us now from Seoul. Mike, I know the detail pretty sketchy at this point. What do we know?
Well, we have disturbing details that are just crossing the Reuters wire, Becky, as our colleagues and team of journalists are sorting through what this means. Reuters reporting at this hour that all media in South Korea are coming under the control of martial law command in South Korea. What that means for us here at CNN, unclear. Our bureau's broadcasting from the heart of Seoul, South Korea. But protesters, according to information that is just coming into our bureau here, are being told by law enforcement that they can be arrested without any warrant in this new chapter of martial law that has begun just about an hour and a half ago. So to bring our viewers up to speed, what exactly we're dealing with here, the president of South Korea, Yoon Suk-yeol, comes on TV in an unannounced address to the nation and says, Becky, because of what he described as elements of government that are, from his view, sympathetic to North Korea, to communist forces, because of those things and others, he is declaring martial law for the first time since this country has been ruled by military dictatorship in the 1980s. Now, we are trying to sort through what this means for democracy in this bastion of democratic rule in East Asia. I live about just a couple minutes away from where we're broadcasting from. There are police, Becky, who are on their phones, calling their captains, calling their colleagues, asking, what are they to do? What does this mean? What is going on in the building that I live in? And when you're just walking through the streets, there are people who are running to their families' homes to be with them, to figure out what to do to be close to loved ones in this moment that is unprecedented in so many of our memories. So Yoon Suk-yeol, the president of South Korea, did not lay out what specifically he wants to do with these martial law provisions. We're waiting for some sort of text that outlines what powers he says he will have. But from the information that is trickling out, the leader of the Democratic opposition party, Lee Jae-myung, is saying, there's no way this can fly. And paraphrasing what he's saying as we're taking in all this information, Becky. This is an illegal move, Lee Jae-myung, the opposition leader, says, and this has to be canceled. So lawmakers are streaming to Parliament, but we are also seeing reports of activity at Parliament being declared illegal as well because of these martial law regulations that apparently have come into effect. So to say that this is unsettling would absolutely be the understatement of the evening here at 11:42 p.m. local time on a Tuesday night. There are multiple...
Well, martial law's been lifted. Martial law's been lifted live from South Korea. What is going on? It's like a lot of people inside a huge venue. Looks like a government building. We can see flashing lights like emergency services are there. And it's very crowded in there, people. Very crowded. South Korea. Martial law.
From the president of martial law, it was a shock announcement that came late on television, broadcast to the nation, with the president saying he had been forced to take the measure to save South Korea's democracy. The declaration was immediately condemned by the leader of South Korea's main opposition parties, who've called their MPs to go to Parliament, and yet that National Assembly, the Parliament building, blocked off. But the president saying he had no choice but to resort to martial law. I declare martial law to protect the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces. Well, I just want to play the moment that South Korea's president announced that martial law and the reasons for actually imposing it. Have a look.
친애하는 국민 여러분, I hereby declare an emergency martial law in order to defend the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces and to eradicate the shameless pro-North anti-state forces that are depriving our people of their freedom and happiness. This measure is necessary to safeguard our constitutional order of freedom.
저는 이 비상계엄을 통해
Through this martial law, I will rebuild and protect the Free Republic of Korea, which is falling into the depths of national ruin.
이를 위해 저는 지금까지 폐악질을 일삼은 망국의 원흉 반국가
I will decisively eliminate anti-state forces who have been wreaking havoc and are the main culprits of our nation's downfall. This is an unavoidable step to protect the freedoms and safety of the people, as well as to ensure the nation's sustainability and security against the anti-state forces attempting to overthrow our system.
Well, there it is. That was the announcement that came in the middle of the night with no warning. These are the live pictures.
Ever wondered what martial law actually is and how it works? In the next few seconds, you'll learn the basics. Martial law is when the military takes control of normal government functions. It usually happens during emergencies like wars or natural disasters. Civil liberties like freedom of speech can be suspended. Curfews and strict regulations are often put in place. The military can arrest and detain people without usual legal protections. Governments use it to restore order quickly. However, it can be controversial and lead to abuse of power. Historically, it's been used in countries like the Philippines, Thailand, and even in the United States during extreme situations. Understanding martial law helps us grasp its impact on society. Hit the like button.